Hey, welcome back, my friend. My name is Danny Dumas, and this is the Earn Your Title podcast. I'm about to tell you something that I have never told anybody. It's a family secret. And I'm just going to apologize ahead of time to my sister, Allison. At one point, Allison was called Mike, but her friends called her Moose. You see, back in probably 1992, my three sisters, Allison, Emily, and Ashley, decided to put on a play. And as part of that play, Allison was, she was going to let everybody know that she was now Mike. And my sister Emily, she was going to be the narrator of the play and also the flight attendant and probably the pilot. And Ashley was going to be the good Christian who was going to witness to Mike, who was very rough around the edges. We knew Mike was a rough, hard charging guy that, was up to no good because he had a leather jacket on and he carried a football. And so as my sisters decided to put on this play, my dad, having acquired a new camera, the kind of camera you put those little tiny VH tapes in, like, I forget what they're called, like High 8 or something. He gets his camera out and he decides, we're going to record this. And over the course of the next 10 minutes, Emily narrates, Allison and Ashley, they are going to get on this plane, and Allison is now Mike. Allison has become a man. And it's funny, Ashley is sitting next to her on the plane. She goes, "Hi, my name's Ashley." And he goes, "My name's Mike, but my friends call me Moose." And so Ashley says, "Oh, Moose, it's nice to meet you." She goes, "You're not my friend. You call me Mike." And this play went on. That was great. She ended up, witnessing to her. We obviously grew up in church, and Mike came to know Jesus. And by the end of the play, they were having a dance routine to a song by a country group called the Magruder's. It was pretty amazing. Every year for the past, 30 years, when we get together for Christmas, my dad gets actually the same exact VHS player because we don't have anything else that will play it. And we watch Mike, the Moose, Allison, and Ashley and Emily perform this play. And it's awesome. It takes us back to when we were kids. My sisters the twins would have been 8, Ashley would have been 10. I was 12. I was in the audience watching with my dad as the camera's jiggling, as he's giggling through it. And what a great experience. So today I'm going to do a little bit of encouraging you to record your family. Maybe you have negative experiences with pictures. My dad's stepmom, we call her Two Mama. Her name's Joyce. She was always the picture taker, and we would have to sit around and she would take pictures, and I'm so thankful for it. But back in the day, I remember being annoyed, like, can we just go have fun? That's all. We don't need a picture. But she took pictures, and now she has those. And so I'm going to make a case for why you should be recording your kids, taking pictures of your kids, and then actually even posting those onto social media, and I'll explain why. So I've got the opportunity to see one child from birth to almost adult. My son is less than a year away from becoming an adult. And I'm starting to get that nostalgic, looking back on his life and remembering things and try to remember things. And I realize how much I've forgotten. And the reason I know that I've forgotten them is because we posted on Facebook. One of the main reasons is my wife's family lives in another country on a different continent. And so it was our way of connecting with them. But Facebook will bring up memories. And the joy that I have received from watching my son and my daughter just do random things is just so powerful. It's such a good feeling to remember. Like, my daughter used to have a speech impediment, and I almost forgot about that. And, my son, he would, he was really into like the dancing for a while. Like he would like do these funny dance moves when he was, 3 or 4. And I have forgotten about it. And these memories pop back up. So record your kids. And then I know you think, I don't want my kids on Facebook. I don't want to have, social media. The benefit of social media is it's going to pull it back up for you. Now if you don't have social media at all, you can set your account to private, where nobody else will ever see it. It will just be yours or your immediate family. The other option, and I've done this, is you can put things on YouTube. We travel with the family probably every other year. We go on a camping trip together, and I will make a home movie with everybody. And, we're swimming, the girls are in bathing suits. I don't want anybody to see my kids swim around in a bathing suit. So what I do is I make the video, I put it on YouTube, and I unlist it. So the only way you could see it is if you have the link, which I sent to the other family. And it's awesome to go back and do that. So my step one is you should be recording your kids because you are going to miss it. They are going to change. If your kid is saying something funny, if he's mispronouncing a word and it's hilarious, they're going to stop. They're going to figure out how to do that correctly, and they'll never do that again, and you'll miss it. And I promise you, you're going to want to go back and relive those moments. Me and my wife will, we got some free time. We'll get on our phone and just start scrolling back through the ages, and it's cool with the new, at least, and I'm going to speak probably to the iPhone crowd because I don't have an Android, but I'm sure there's something very similar where you can go back and it will gather their faces and put together a whole series of summer vacation. It will do it for you. And man, it's so good. So I'm encouraging you to record your kids. So now, how do you do that? Because I've watched some of our family videos that weren't awesome. It was my dad holding the video camera, it's super shaky, and you feel like you're on a roller coaster. You feel like you're going to throw up because there's so much movement going on. They're zooming in and out. So how do you prevent the having to sit through a 30-minute video where really 3 minutes would have done? So I'm going to give you a few steps. Now, step one is you have to record with something, and I am telling you, if you have a camera or you have a phone that's less than 5 years old, you have a great camera in your pocket. The new phones are amazing. I'm shooting this on the new iPhone 17 Pro Max. It's amazing. Like the quality of this video is phenomenal. So you only need your phone. At the end, I'm actually going to share one other device where if you want to splurge a little bit, I think it's really beneficial to use this device. And I'll explain why, but you have to wait to the end to get that. So step one, realize that you're in an event that in the future you want to record. And not every event is like that. There's just some things that aren't memorable, or maybe you do them all the time. You don't need to record every time your kid has baseball practice. You don't need to record them at baseball practice, but maybe the first time they get up to swing. So step one is realize that you're in a moment that you want to capture. Because what I do want you to do is I want you to capture that moment, and then I want you to put your phone away and enjoy it. Just embrace it. There was a video of, I believe it was the Pope, came to the U.S., and there's thousands of people lining the streets, and everybody's got their camera up. Everybody's videotaping, and there's one old lady who's just got the biggest smile on her face, and she's smiling and she's enjoying the experience. And the caption was be like this lady. I don't want you to have your phone and record every single moment of everything, because then you're not actually living it. You're looking at your screen and not what's going on. But I do want you to remember it in the future, so you need to capture a little bit. So I'm going to give you a few things that you want to capture. And this is just basic storytelling. I want you to take a picture or a video of the general idea of what you're doing. What could you videotape that will let everybody that's watching this, including yourself when you forget that you did it, know that, hey, I am somewhere. So yesterday I took my niece and my daughter to a corn maze. So the first video is 3 seconds is of them running up through they had these big hay bales, running through the hay bales, and then I panned up and it said corn maze. That's it. That's the first shot. They call that the establishing shot. Establish where you're at. And then there's some type of action shot. Them running, for her, it was my daughter explaining what they're doing. They're going to the corn maze. That was, 3 or 4 seconds. Then you're going to want a very close shot of something. And so for them, it was, I had let my daughter hold her camera. I said, hey, just point it at your feet and then run around. So you just see their two cute little feet, running around the corn maze. And then you want a unique angle, something different, something that's, not the straight on, like talking head shot like you're experiencing now. And so what I did with the corn maze is I got around the corner. I said, hey guys, just walk past me. So I'm shooting through the corn. They walk past me. And then a finishing up shot, like completing the story. So we're going to a corn maze, or we're running around the corn maze, and we're getting out. What was that? They were walking out of the corn maze and they high-fived each other. Boom. This is I probably got 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes worth of actual footage, and it will be a 30-second video. And it will forever remind me of the day I took my niece and my daughter to the corn maze. Very simple. I just did 4 easy shots: the establishing shot, the action shot, the close-up shot, and then I guess it would be 5, the weird angle shot, and then the finishing shot. We're done. It was chronological order. Everything was good. It was cool. I just used my phone. and I'll have that. Do that. Now you have the video. One thing, you could just keep it in your phone, but I think it is helpful to put them together. The cool thing is there are dozens of apps that will do this for you automatically. And as AI gets better, these apps get better. The one that is on the iPhone is the iMovie. And you can create a movie and then I believe it's called Magic Movie. Click on Magic Movie, click the scenes that you want. So I clicked on the 5 or 6 videos and then it puts them in there. Now it did pretty good. It put it to music. It had them running around, but the order was a little weird. Didn't make sense. And all you do is you grab the video and you slide it up. You can make the video slightly longer, slightly shorter. I had the video of my daughter, my niece, and it probably took me 4 or 5 minutes, and that was it. That's all I had to do. There's a little bit of cute music to it. I could post it on social media. I can make it unlisted so nobody but me and my family can see it. Or I could just, if I keep it in my phone, I can send it to my family through text message. Then nobody else can see it. But I captured that moment, and it was easy. And it looks really good because the new cameras on your new phones are awesome. I'm encouraging you to do that. Some things that can make your videos look better is if you record in the morning when the sun's coming up or in the evening when the sun's going down. They call that the golden hour. When the sun is setting, everything looks better. Like the lighting is just, it's perfect. Like, if you want to take a good picture of yourself, do it at that time because that light makes you look good. Very, very, very simple thing to do. A couple things you can do to even like step up your game a little more with the new phones. You can move where the focus is. So like if you're focusing on, let's say it's a birthday party, you take a video of the cake and you focus on the cake, and then you look up and your daughter, your son is, singing and playing with their friends, tap on their face, and now it focuses on their face. Really little things make these videos look absolutely amazing. So just play around with it. And, your phone can do a lot, but all you got to do is point it. Now, this is something that you kind of need to decide is, are you going to put this on social media? Or are you going to put this on YouTube, or just keep it in your phone? If it's on your phone or on YouTube, you want to have it horizontal, meaning from long ways left to right. They call this a landscape. So if you're looking at the world, this is kind of how we see it. Everything's wide. If you're putting on social media, you want a portrait. So your phone would be up and down, and it's the format that you view things on when you're on social media. I think if you're on Instagram, you're swiping up and everything is long ways on your phone. So if you're going to put it on social media, record things long ways. If you're going to be on YouTube or keep it in your phone, record it wide or landscape. That helps you see more. Now I prefer landscape because you get more real estate on your phone. And they're kind of the sensors are designed to work that way. But either way, figure out where you want to put it. A couple other things that I think are important is record people. Beautiful sunsets are awesome. It humors me when we go to the fireworks and people are recording fireworks. Like, dude, nobody is looking at your 3-minute video of the fireworks. Now, if this is your establishing shot, absolutely, but it's 3 seconds. Which takes me to my point of time. My dad likes to make hunting videos, and he'll probably listen to this, and hopefully he doesn't take offense to it. But my dad he'll have the video of him walking all the way into the hunting blind, setting down. I'm always like, Dad, man, just shorten it up, fast, like people want to see. But he likes that. There'll be a bird flying through the air, and it's 4 minutes of that. For these videos, when you want to go look back, make them shorter. If you're not sure if it's too long or too short, shorten it up. There is an app called 1 Second a Day, and it actually will take your videos. It will do it for a month or a year or 3 months, and it will pull every single day you take a video. It will pull 1 second from that day of video, pull it out, and it puts it together in a 365-second video, and it's amazing. And all you're doing is showing 1 second from that day. That can be plenty of time to tell the story. So do this. You will not regret having this asset when you look back in the future. One thing I forgot to mention, I actually pay for storage. I pay for iCloud storage so I don't lose those, because it's that important to me to look back and go, like, to see that. Like I was storing things on a hard drive. Like, man, if I had a fire at my house and I don't have all these in that fireproof safe, what would I regret losing? I would regret losing the pictures of my kids when they were little. I would regret losing the video of my kids when they were little. It's that important to me. So I pay for storage. That, you don't have to, but I think it's easy, and that's something that's important to me. So record your kids when they're doing cute things, important things. And then once you've got the footage, put your phone away, put it in your pocket. Which brings me to the last tool that you might want to invest in. And it requires, I like this because you can keep your phone in your pocket the entire time. I bought a pair of Ray-Ban Meta sunglasses. You put them on, you push a button on the side of the frame, and they literally take a video of what you're looking at exactly. The videos, I believe, are 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes long. They're designed for social media, so they're designed for that vertical video. But you don't have to stop doing what you're doing. I just took a trip out west, and about 50 to 60% of these videos were from my Meta Ray-Bans. Click the button, video comes on, really crisp. You don't get any weird, you're going to find especially when you have teenagers and you whip your phone out, they get weird. Now, which is weird because they're taking selfies all day long, so I don't completely understand that, but they get kind of strange when you do this. But hit the button, a little white light comes on, so you're not being creepy. People will know you're videoing, but it's just not intrusive. Totally worth it. In addition to being a great camera, they have speakers. So like when I'm driving, I want to listen to a podcast and not interrupt my family. I can listen to a podcast, and they also are getting better with AI features where I can say hey, I'm not going to say the word because I don't want to set off your device. What's the weather like? And it will talk in your ear. It's pretty impressive. It does live translate. That's just a bonus thing. So go out, record your kids doing amazing things, which this is the other thing. It will get you excited about doing things that maybe seem not amazing, but man, this would be a cool video. And it gives you something to do. I really enjoy the hobby. Maybe I'm biased because I do like cameras and lighting and, this stuff that I'm using right now, but do this. You will not. And if you're not going to do it, have your spouse do it. Somebody should be recording these because you will enjoy that when you get older. And speaking of enjoying it, I hope you've enjoyed this podcast. If you have, I'd love a rating and a review wherever you're listening. And I can't wait to see you again. My name is Danny Dumas, and this is the Earn Your Title Podcast, and I will talk to you later. Bye.